Minnesota Fighting Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah was at the NFL Combine, and he had a presser, fed the media jackals, and he raved about new Vikings defense coordinator Brian Flores. That's right. Kwesi's hyped up. Of course, we were connecting the dots when they had a conversation down in Mobile. I absolutely love it, man. And Kwesi had some pretty choice words about Brian Flores being hired, and we want to dive in a little bit further. So this is what he said about Flores. Quote, I can't say enough about that addition, Brian Flores. It's not just the football mind, which is special. As I talked about, we got our list together. I'm always going to be a numbers guy, so I'm always going to go look at the results of his defenses, and they played a lot of good, efficient football with a lot of young players. That's something that really drew us to him. And looking at the Vikings defense last year, it was not great, especially in terms of generating pressure, not blitzing, etc. Brian Flores is a blitzing savant. Absolutely loves getting after it, and that's something that the Vikings need to do because it is a great equalizer. The Vikings need to take chances. They can't just rush 4 and sit back with 7. They didn't have that personnel last year. Probably won't going to have it this year, but they can create chaos, can create havoc. And going back to Kwesi said, with a lot of young players. And I think that really leads into what the Vikings are going to do on defense, where I think that they are going to part ways with a lot of veteran contracts. I think that Patrick Peterson may not be back. You look at what is going to go on with Jordan Hicks and Eric Kendricks, who he did not name by name when he was asked about off-ball linebackers. So I think that there's going to be a makeover on this defensive side of the ball. And also, Kwesi's much maligned 2022 draft class. You look at Lewis Seen and Booth and Evans and Asamoah and Otamuwo. I think that they're going to get a lot of run with Brian Flores. So again, Kwesi stressing youth movement on the defensive side of the ball. And then continued. And then you talk about the leader, how passionate he is. He fits so well in our culture, where our culture is positivity, passionate, and he fits really well into that. We need the leader. We need the football mind. We need the developer. We also need the personnel guy. He has a really extensive personnel background, so it's not just about the players we draft this year or for agency. It's about reshaping our vision for the roster going forward. Kwesi's really good at corporate speak. That does creep in every now and then. But Flores, he didn't start as a coach. He actually started in the personnel department with the Patriots back in the day. So he had 4 seasons of scouting experience, and that makes him very unique. So I think that the Vikings will greatly rely on Flores in the draft room as well as free agency as they look to reshape this defense. And I think that's smart. I think it would be smart for Kwesi to defer to what Flores wants at free agency, what Flores wants in the draft, what type of players he's looking for, and the Vikings can absolutely get after it and build a bully on that side of the ball, or at least advantageous, or a defense that's going to blitz you and take chances and cause chaos. And the Vikings offense, again, fix the interior offensive line. The Vikings are going to have a top 3 to 5 offense in the National Football League, and then the sky is the limit. So you can see why Kwesi is super hyped about Flores going forward. But your thoughts are thoughts. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, Vikings GM, is super hyped about the hiring of Brian Flores. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Once put the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.